Hey y'all, in today's video we're going to be doing a full hair transformation, doing some boho knotless braids using 2.5 packs of Freetress Deep Bulk hair. I'm going to give you tips and tricks on how you can also achieve this look whether you're at home or doing this style on a client. Let's get into some things. Okay, so step one is prepping the hair. I have just started using this type of method right here where I'm just laying the bulk hair out before I begin. Now this is helpful so that you don't have to keep doing this step all throughout the time while you're braiding. I personally don't have the patience to do this for a whole head's worth of knotless, so I'll do it for the whole section that I have in my hand, and then I just start over as I go if I do run out. This is why I don't really care too much for like pre-sectioning each piece of braid hair and all that, because it just takes so long. But for starting off my knotless braids, y'all, I like to braid down about 3 or 4 times when the client has really thick hair like my client has today. And this just helps to make sure that that base is going to be as flat as possible. Also, y'all, I'm filming on a new camera that I got, and it gives me more of like a POV viewpoint with the way that I film now. Now the video is not going to be all around the world like it is right here just starting out. I realized like it's not going to work out with me trying to show y'all how I pull the hair as I go. So that was what I was trying to do at the beginning, but it's not going to be like that the whole time. Now, when you're dealing with thicker hair like my client has, you want to make sure that that base is as flat as possible. And by doing that, you just braid down the hair a little bit before you start adding in braid hair, because you don't want it to be too bulky. When you're doing knotless braids, you want that flat, seamless look. Another thing that I want to tell y'all, while I was doing these, I did start putting some human hair pieces at the very bottom, like towards the ends. And normally I don't do this, but with the look that I was going for today, I was just like, you know what, on these last 2 rows, I'm gonna just go ahead and start adding the hair in. Now you want to avoid adding it at the very top of the braid in these 2 areas on the nape area, because it can cause some tangling right there at the nape area. That's why I chose to do them a little bit lower in the braid. And in each braid I did put the human hair on the ends as well. And like I stated before, I used 2.5 packs of the Freetress Deep Bulk hair, and this is the 18-inch. I'm also using Outre Prestretched xpressions, and that's in the 52-inch. And I believe I used like 2 or 3 packs of the Outre braid hair. The straight pieces that are sticking out of the braid are just the ends of the bulk hair, so you just want to take your shears and snip those away. As long as you're tucking your client's hair, you know it's not your client's hair, and you'll be able to tell the texture difference from your client's hair and the bulk hair. As you can see how straight that hair is, that's literally just the ends of the bulk hair, so we're just going to get that off. And so far this is off to a good start, and I'm going to just let y'all see me work as I am just going through the head. So if you ever wonder why braiders use this part in the middle, it's just to make sure that we have control over the brick layers. And this also helps me keep my braids balanced on each side. And what I like to do now is just start my parts at the front. This helps to make sure that the front is flowing nicely. You don't want really just uncontrollable looking parts in the front. This just gives you a good control, and you get to see like a good balance with your braids. Now you also want to make sure you're not overcrowding the client's head. This is like my medium size. With my mediums, I do like medium sized parts, but I do the braids a little bit smaller than what mediums would be. So that's why I call my mediums a medium, because it's like medium sized parting, but the braids are smaller. Now she did get medium full boho knotless braids, so that's what we're doing with this look. But as y'all can see with my parts, I'm making sure that I'm not overcrowding it, and each braid is going to fall into each other. So it's just going to flow really pretty this way. The braids are going to fall into each other, and it's not going to be really scalpy. So another good tip is for the end of your braids, you can either tie knots or you can use nail glue. I personally don't like to use nail glue because I don't like glue all over my fingers. So I'll literally tie knots about 5 or 6 times just to make sure it's nice and secure this way. Now it's not going to unravel because you're tying the knots so much. But if you do want to take the nail glue route, that's fine too. But personally, I just don't like the glue over my fingers like that. And y'all, me and my client were all into Love Island with this on this day. Does anybody else love Love Island like we did? Because y'all, when I say we was into this show, like we was talking about each character and everything, like what do y'all think about Love Island? Does anybody like Love Island? Because this was actually my first season watching it, and I'm about to go back and watch season 6 because I didn't watch season 6, but with season 7 being so good, I definitely got to tune back into season 6. But that's what we were chatting about, y'all. Like, this was a really good season of Love Island. So I'm definitely going to tap back into that. But if I have any Love Island watchers on here, then comment below and tell me who was your fave on there this season. Yeah. And just a little insight. So normally when I do boho braids, I typically use the Freetress Deep Bulk hair. I haven't tried any other hairs for real because with the Freetress boho hair, I love how it's full from the top to the bottom. I have tried other brands and they're not full on each strand, which I don't like. Like some strands might be short, some strands might be long. I literally don't have this problem with Freetress. It's the same on each strand. I have tried YG Wigs hair. I've had a couple clients that have purchased hair from YG Wigs, and that's some pretty good hair as well. But for me, my top fave is the Freetress Deep Bulk. If you have any like boho recommendations, feel free to drop them down in the comment section below, because what I do notice is with the color boho hair, like if we do blondes or something like that, sometimes it can be hit or miss with Freetress. So y'all comment down below if you have any good boho bulk hair recommendations, whether it's from a website or in store. If you don't want to pay all that money for human hair, there is a synthetic brand that I used. I cannot think of the name of it, but I will be sure to link it in the description box below with the other products that I used. So here is the final look while it's dry. I think this is so pretty. And what I did was just sprayed it with some water. I didn't dip the ends because I didn't want to mess with the curl pattern. So all I did was just sprayed it with some water. And this is how it turned out, y'all. She is so freaking cute. What do y'all think? Like, comment, and subscribe and join the gang. And I'll see y'all in the next video.
Like damn, she in her mood. 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 She lit, get money too.